All right, we are back. Hang on, I missed the button. There we go.
There
We
we
are back for
go.
real this time with Zelniq as the pink Zerg in the top right-hand corner. He is that pink? No, it's blue. Never mind, I have it right. And in the bottom left, we do have KiWiKaKi as the yellow Protoss. Zerg versus Protoss here on Zelnaga Caverns. Are you sure about the Cats versus Oxlov? Um,
Uh, no, I don't know who actually. I think Cat's advanced, but he's playing QXC, I believe, right? Is that what you're
'Cause I
asking?
don't actually see a result for that yet.
Oh.
So I'm gonna have to wait to be confirming.
Oh.
Cats versus Pixie would be interesting, but wouldn't be too surprised to see if that went the other way, as Oxlov is actually really good and killing it recently.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna wait for confirmation before we get too excited over Cats versus QXC.
Yeah.
Um, QXC Oxlov would also be really good, as we saw QXC completely murder several Protoss in the Team Liquid Open.
Yes.
Would like to
Absolutely.
see him go up against Oxlov. But right now, we are covering Zelniq and KiWiKaKi. Very early scout from Kiwi, wanting to make sure nothing is really offbeat into his opponent's base. And it will allow him to shut down a hatch first as well. So pretty solid standard opening here for KiWiKaKi. When you say the word standard in conjunction with KiWiKaKi, you do have to sort of take that with a grain of salt. Because you're never quite sure what's going to come. Whether it's going to be the Mommy Ship, Archon Toilet, Colossus Toilet, um, any sorts of Blink Stalker, Mass Recall abilities that you don't really see that often used here, especially versus Zergs, is usually where you see a lot of these showcased here from KiWiKaKi. So really just going to have to pay close attention to him and see what he's got up his sleeve for us today. Zelniq
Speaking of
did opt to go Speedling opening here.
Speaking of showcases, guys, this is the second set today of the round of 8 here at the Root Invitational Success Pays. I want to let you guys know this round is brought to you guys by Nerd Stomper. I know you guys know who they are, but if you want to know, basically this is how you get into the game with the top pros. Need deeper insight, pro perspective, specific strats, mechanics, training, anything. Nerd Stomper's got you covered. You can keep on learning from the best and following the top pro blogs around the globe. So Nerd Stomper puts all the pros into one room for you. So check out nerdstomper.com and help support a community who has helped supporting esports. Nerd Stomper coming up with some of the prize pool for this tournament here and providing us players and insights like half the Root clan members actually.
Yeah, a lot of the Root members do actually work with Nerd Stomper, doing video content and other things for their website. Sometimes they'll post a blog. I know QXC posted something on there about different upgrades, and one, he thinks upgrades are worth it. Actually, really interesting insight by him there on their website. You can check out a lot of that sort of thing over there on Nerd Stomper.
What
But,
is
you know,
Kiwi doing?
I don't know. It's Kiwi. We do. It's hard to say. He's now moving on to a 3-gate. He's got a really fast +1
He stopped
in his
gas.
Forge being chrono boosted, and he did stop gas. So we've got an extremely quick, +1 Zealot Rush on the way from Kiwi. And after
Wow.
yesterday, when we saw probably the fastest 3-3 charge lots I've ever seen in my life against Murder, this could work out really well. Zelniq did sort of delay his macro by going for that pool first, and he didn't go immediately into the Roach Warren. So this opening build by Zelniq is going to be quite vulnerable to something like a +1 Zealot timing attack. Actually, this could work out really well. We might not get an opportunity to see any of the crazy KiWiKaKi plays in this game, because Zelniq could just die. This is actually really solid opening from Kiwi, and Zelniq just sadly hasn't prepared for it that well. Kiwi actually trapped 2 Zerglings at the gold with his proxy pylon.
Wow.
Just sort of a slap in the face. Dropped the second one over here to trap the Zerglings behind the mineral line. But now he is warping in Zealots into the center of the map. +1 is done. The first roaches are now only in production. There's only one spine crawler. +1 Zealots gain such a huge burst in damage in this early game pushes. I mean, look at how quick those spine crawlers go down. Completely ridiculous. These roaches on the field are going to be really excellent at kiting. You can see really protecting this Spine Crawler. Excellent micro here by Zelniq, making sure that Kiwi can't take out the Spine Crawler, and pretty much the only way he was going to hold that off. He did take some drone losses there, so Kiwi didn't invest a whole lot, killed a couple drones, some Spine Crawlers, etc. And even though it looked like he got completely steamrolled, that is going to work out pretty well for him, as now his expansion's up online, up and binding.
Very good job from Zelniq not overreacting there. He only has the 5 roaches out. He produced 11 drones after that. He stopped that push. He is going to get a few more roaches out now that he's seen that stalker and knows that there's a proxy pylon right outside his base. So going to reinforce, going to get the more Spine Crawlers up. He's not overreacting though. You don't want to build, you don't need 24 roaches to stop here. Making sure that he does stay even in worker counts. KiWiKaKi's going to poke in here again with stalkers, just taking some pot shots at that Spine Crawler that has 3 kills. Queen keeping up with the larva injects back at Kiwi Town. He is getting his natural fully saturated as well, and a photon cannon on the low ground. Kiwi has not advanced into tier 2 tech just yet, only on the cyber core and 3 gates. I expect, oh, there's the robotics, just went down on the low ground there, so he's going to be moving into the robotics path. Seeing the Roach is very, very good idea. Immortals versus Roach is great. His +1 in terms of Kiwi land. But yeah, definitely Zelniq getting the Evo chamber down. Gonna see probably he's going to try to get onto armor, I would guess, to start countering these upgrades. He does need to move fast, though. As you mentioned, Kiwi has this ability to just get, all of a sudden, the next push, his units are like 2-2 upgrades, and you're like, what the heck? So that is one of his magical abilities, being a ninja, and it's going to be really important.
Double Stargate here from KiWiKaKi.
Interesting.
Not opting to drop that Twilight Council and continue with the upgrades. Like you were saying, Immortals would be really nice, but it doesn't look like we're going to see any just yet, which will give Zelniq an opportunity here. But he's breaking down the rocks here, so he might be going for a bit of a longer macro game, and that's really what Kiwi wants. He always wants to go into the later macro games. He does a lot of these really cute early game openings, but if you watch him very carefully, Kiwi never overcommits to these openings. Because basically, like we were talking about in the last series, they're designed to put your opponent behind or buy enough time for him to get the next unit on the field. KiWiKaKi's builds are actually, the more impressive, the more time you spend looking at them. It's something that's impressed me since the beta. Like, they're always really, really well thought out. So now he is doing double Phoenix. If you thought Phoenixes after the build time decrease were annoying already, he's going to be making 2 at the same time and probably chrono boosting them. Yep. So even though there are Spore Crawlers, even though there are Hydras on the way, even though there are Queens, this is KiWiKaKi. He should be able to be annoying with them still and do damage. Because he is in fact a ninja, as we've discussed previously on this cast. And his Phoenixes will kill you in the middle of the most anti-air you've seen in your life. So he is actually going for these Immortals. He could easily switch over to Void Ray Colossus, which according to Idra Anatosis are obviously imbalanced. So would it be a very good choice? Sorry, I had to get that dig.
No.
I'm sorry, I'm not actually trying to be BM. But, you know, if you look at it, just the buildings he has on the field would be very easy for him to switch over into that. Would only require a couple extra structures. So this is just a really solid opening from KiWiKaKi, because even if these Phoenixes somehow get shut down completely, he's still going to have options.
Yeah, worker count in the favor right now of Kiwi, which is interesting. Another thing that I notice every game, he just does not miss a beat again with his worker numbers. 2 Immortals did come out for Kiwi, so he does have a well-rounded army versus these Roaches. Phoenix numbers continuing to swell, so he's got, I think, 7 Phoenix on there right now, 1 more just popping out. Huge upgrade push here from Zelniq. He's trying to just catch up there. He's getting his +2 ground weapons, range weapons there, as well as tunneling claws, actually, and burrows. So you might see a little bit of burrow roach play as the Phoenix run right into the Hydralisk. They do get 1 Hydralisk, but do get 1 Phoenix in that trade. Queen going to go down here to the annoying Phoenix KiWiKaKi. Queen is traded for another Phoenix. So Phoenix numbers brought down to 6, but Zelniq is definitely in the defensive position here as KiWiKaKi is taking his 3rd base. Does kind of have map control with these Phoenix out now. Zelniq's going to have to throw out more Spore Crawlers, builds another Queen to move over to his natural, and drones are just going to get continually harassed here at the natural for Zelniq, as every drone so far has been just taken out before it can even return minerals here from KiWiKaKi.
Zelniq actually pushing straight across the map and going directly for the third base here of KiWiKaKi without these Phoenixes in position to lift off some of these Hydras. He can actually do quite a lot of damage here to the army of KiWiKaKi with this really high Hydra count. Those Phoenixes, if they were in the battle, would have helped out quite a lot. He could have removed some of those Hydras from the fight, but instead KiWiKaKi does need to just completely withdraw and give up that Nexus. You can see he's still doing damage with these Phoenixes, even though there's a ton of anti-air on the field like we were discussing previously. But Zelniq making a very intelligent read right there, giving up a couple of drones in exchange for a really nice counterattack. And he's still got this really nice ball of Roach and Hydras. But he does need to be really careful because the Hydras are sort of getting in front of the Roaches, and you do want to make sure those Hydras always have that meat shield in front of them, especially since they have that burrow movement. They can burrow in front of the force fields, make sure they're taking shots for the Hydras, and just letting them do their ridiculous DPS.
The Roaches do have the burrow, as you mentioned, the tunneling claw, so they will be able to kind of rearrange positioning there. An observer finally does join the army of KiWiKaKi, so he will be able to actually see that. Kiwi has been pushed back into his base now, so Zelniq taking control of the map. He's going to push in here on two angles. Very good split on the Protoss there. No force fields on the top, and not really able to ball out the army. Roach is kind of stuck again behind the Hydras, as you mentioned, but a lot of Immortals going down. Oh my god, Zelniq is crushing the Immortals. All Immortals down. Just the one Colossus really left here for KiWiKaKi. Reinforcements coming in right now for Zelniq. Those cannons are being very, very effective, chasing the the Colossus around here with the 3 Roaches. But Zelniq cleaning up the front, cleaning up the cannons, and he's really got Kiwi on his back here as 12 more Roaches are coming up. Kiwi warping onto the high ground, but he's going to have a real hard time stopping this as he has lost his natural, and he most likely will lose the third base here.
Yeah, really good job here in Zelniq, and you can see just that huge Hydra count really paying off for him. KiWiKaKi didn't have that extra Colossus out, also really helping. Just really nice timing here by Zelniq, realizing that he's a really good opportunity with these +2 missile attacks, a good unit composition.